Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I told you I was gonna have more videos coming, so it's just the first of many. So stay tuned. This one is actually gonna be part one of two. I'll be going out to site next week, Monday evening. I'll be flying out. So I want to say happy Father's Day to all y'all. I know there's a lot of y'all out there in the field working. Y'all get home to your kids safe, and the guys that are at home, enjoying their Father's Day with their kids, just enjoy it, man. I have both my little ones, so you may hear some yelling and screeching and hollering in the background. I apologize for that. But before we get into the video, just want to give you a little rundown of the last 6 months, where I was at and where I'm at now. Most of y'all know I worked for a supermarket refrigeration company, actually an OEM for some years, and we ended up parting ways. We just didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and it wasn't at the beginning. It came towards the end of my run with them. No hard feelings, though. They did put me in a little bit of a precarious situation, but it is what it is. I still love the guys that I worked with over there in the field. The company, not so much. Just don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. But I'm with a great company now. Have a lot better opportunity over here. I'm able to spend a lot more time at home with my kids, and yeah, so that's where I'm at. But anyway, y'all enjoy this video, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more because there definitely will be more coming. I just have to get some more footage, man. I've sort of been out of recording for a while, but I'm back now. So I'm gonna be taking y'all through this refrigeration cycle, this transcritical CO2 rack we just started up last week. I'll be back out there Tuesday just to nail a few things down, but the video I recorded on this, you couldn't really hear much of anything because it was so windy. So do a voiceover on it and try and explain some things to y'all about it. So here it goes. All right, so you have 3 Belimo valves. The one that you see opening right now, that's for your suction. You have a 3-way changeover valve right there. So you have your medium temp, which is a smaller one, and then you have the low temp right there. So you can essentially run it in either medium or low temp. They call them flex rooms for that reason right there, because they're flexible. You have your liquid right here. I'm turning it on for that evaporator. So that's a liquid line. It constantly feeds liquid. They don't have, any type of Belimo that turns it on or off. And essentially that's because you have a check valve right in front of there. So when it goes in a hot gas defrost, you'll have your hot gas supply coming in through your suction. So basically your suction Belimo will close off first. Then you have the little solenoid that's on the other side of it that's going to bleed over some gas so it's not such a high pressure just dumping into that suction line. You'll see it in a second. And I'll point it out whenever it gets to there. So that's that suction Belimo. It closes. Then you'll have what they call the soft. This is a soft start, soft, defrost to fill that pipe up with some pressure before both of those other Belimos start to open. Then you have your hot gas supply and return that both open. Supply comes in through your suction, goes into your coil, feeds around that expansion valve, comes back. They have check valves in the coil as well. There you can see the solenoid right there on the side, on the very left. There's just a little small, maybe 2 millimeter stainless steel pipe that goes in parallel with that Belimo to go ahead and fill that up and help it out. So anyway, you have your suction gas or your defrost gas or your hot gas going through your suction, coming back on your liquid. So when it comes back on your liquid, it goes and hits that check valve and goes right through here to that Belimo, which is your hot gas return. So that's essentially why we don't have an on off for the liquid line. But yeah, hopefully that explains it a little bit better for y'all. All right, so we've got almost all the load on the rack. We got a evaporator in the dock that needs a pressure transducer change. And then we have 2 more evaporators for a couple of the other rooms that still need to be put online. But out of 11, we have 8 evaporators on. Capacity is good, and adjusted some adjusted some of these tech labs, adjusting their fill times and fill levels on the compressors. They were tripping on oil, but I think they just weren't filling fast enough, taking them a few cycles to fill. So but we're back running. Another issue that we had was you look at all these should be 25 amp fuses. Most of them should be 25 amp fuses, but these are for all of our evaporator fans. You had a bunch of these CCM R6. This is an 8. You had another 8. You had some 6s in there. This is all from the factory, but you had, we were popping fuses here and there, but over 6 amps for the 3 fan coils and around 13 amps, 13 amps on the 4 fan coils. So, had to change some of those out, but we have all the evaporators communicating now, so we just have 3 more that we have to get a few things straightened out as far as wiring and getting them up. But I think we should be completely operational by Friday, and we'll not be down to temp. It's a ridiculously huge warehouse. So I don't think we're going to be back down to temp by Friday, but we will definitely be well on our way. So yeah, that's where we are. I'll be good. Almost there, guys. It's on them. That's all to 1/3. Have pressure transducer still to change out on a dock evaporator, and gonna be getting 3 alpha back up soon enough. So we just got 3B back online, so I'm about to turn that one back on too.